So Snoop Dogg received the 2025 Ultimate Icon Award at the 2025 BET Awards along with Mariah Carey and Kirk Franklin. And I made a video how I basically said how Master P saved Snoop Dogg's career right after Death Row imploded. And I made a fun commentary about the song Ain't No Fun, the best, nastiest song ever. So it was a fun video, right? And now look at the comments. And the comments all said, most of them said, Snoop Dogg is a Trump supporter. And it's like, oh, yeah. So let's get into that. So even though it feels like Donald Trump has been in office like forever at this point, because he's so crazy, insane, he's only been in office for a few months. And if we go back to January, when he got elected, there was a bunch of inauguration balls. And one of the inauguration balls that they had for Trump was the crypto ball. Now, to be fair, Trump did not show up at this ball. It was a crypto ball. It was presented by David Sachs. Trump is very supportive of crypto. So those crypto millionaires and billionaires, they had a ball celebrating the fact that Trump got elected. David Sachs, who organized the ball, he's friends with Snoop. I guess longtime friends with Snoop. He asked Snoop to perform. He said yes, along with Rick Ross and Soulja Boy, I believe. And they performed, and they all got criticized for it. But I think the brunt of the criticism probably came at Snoop. The only one positive thing that came out of this for Snoop is if Snoop got paid in Bitcoin, he's made a lot of money. Because if you follow money and stocks in the stock market, Bitcoin has exploded over the past few months. So if he got paid in Bitcoin, it's an excellent move by Snoop Dogg financially. But at what cost? If I was his family member, friend, representation, I probably would have told Snoop not to do the crypto ball. Because in 2025, people do not understand nuance. Snoop said back then, he said, listen, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. He's one of those guys who see green. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't understand nuance. I believe Snoop when he says he's not a Dem, he's not a Republican. Now, to be fair, Snoop did criticize Donald Trump when he was first elected back in 2017. So almost looks like he's a hypocrite, but Snoop said that he's not a Trump guy. He did this for his friend David Sachs and their crypto buddies. I believe him in that. But at the same time, when you do something like the crypto ball, people are going to think you're a Trump supporter. And the reason why I did not like that he did it, not that I wanted to cancel him. The reason I didn't like that he did it was because of the Summer Olympics. Man, the 2024 Summer Olympics was the summer of Snoop. The Olympics was in Paris, and he didn't go to all the events, but he went to so many of them, people was just enthralled by Snoop Dogg. So much so that he basically won the Olympics. And then from Paris, he went to LA. He performed for because the Olympics will be in LA in 2028. So he was representing that. The summer was great for Snoop. And part of me felt like, man, he should be considered for Person of the Year just because of all the goodwill he's built up with people. No matter if you're a Democrat or Republican or independent, everybody loves Snoop at the end of 2024. So if he was presented with the crypto ball, I would have said, hey, man, work with David Sachs behind the scenes, but don't be public with it because people are going to think you're a Trump guy. I know you're a money guy, but people are going to believe you're a Trump guy, and this might be bad for you. And I do believe that Snoop probably did lose some branding deals and probably some shows and some opportunities just because people see him associated with Trump. And I just feel like for all the money he might make from Bitcoin from this, I think just from a PR standpoint, an opportunity standpoint, it probably wasn't a great move. But do I feel like he should be canceled? No. I'll give you a reason why. The Dixie Chicks. Back in 2003, Dixie Chicks were on tour in Europe. Natalie Maines, who's the lead singer of the Chicks, said that she was ashamed that George Bush was from the state of Texas. The Dixie Chicks are from Texas. And at that point, America was in the midst of the Iraq War, just a couple of years after 9/11. But just like how Snoop Dogg didn't read the room, because if you're doing the crypto ball, your urban fans would feel like you're associated with Trump, even though there's no proof that he is a Trump guy. It's the same thing with Natalie Maines. When Natalie Maines made that comment, the bulk of the Dixie Chicks fans are conservative, are Republican. And Natalie should have known better. Because even though they had some positive success at that time, those country fans, man, they're not all Republican and they're not all conservative, but a big chunk of them are. And I'm for sure Natalie probably felt like, well, if news get back to the U.S. that I said this, it'll be bad, but not that bad. We'll lose some fans, but it won't be that bad. They came back, man. Country radio stopped playing them. People were destroying their CDs. Natalie Main said in an interview back then that a lot of her contemporaries, most of her contemporaries, did not even reach out to her. I think she said none of her contemporaries at that time reached out to her or them to see if they were okay. Because it was horrible. They needed security. It was a horrible time. I don't know how you could be that mad over what she said. I can see those fans being disappointed, but she was proven right. We shouldn't have been in that war of Iraq. Nobody from the Bush administration paid for it. The only people who paid for it were the Iraqis who died, and most importantly, the soldiers who either died, came back with mental health issues, came back maimed, or lost their families. Nobody from the Bush administration paid for this lie that got us into that war. And Natalie Main has been proven right time after time after time. But even in 2006, when they came back with As the Chicks with Not Ready to Play Nice, which they did with Rick Rubin, they still didn't get played on country radio. Now, in 2020, I think they released some new music, and they're being played on country music again. Not as much as they would have been. You could hear them on Sirius XM, you could hear them on country stations across the country, but they'll never reach the status they did in country music as they did before 2003. But should they have been canceled for it? No. You could be disappointed in somebody, but it doesn't mean you have to cancel them. I'll give you another example. Let's go back to the BET Awards. Same BET Awards that Snoop was at. Tyler Perry was there. Tyler Perry was there. He made a great speech how like Trump and the conservatives are trying to wipe away the history of African Americans and the contribution of African Americans in this country. And it's disgusting, it's horrible, and it's wrong. And I totally agree with Tyler Perry. But then he said twice how much he commended his black female fan base for supporting his projects, and which is fine. You know, his audience are black females. I got nothing against that. But he didn't say nothing about black males. Now my dad, he watches this stuff. I got other male friends who watches this stuff. I'm not a Tyler Perry guy. Are there some stuff that I like? Yeah, I still like Why Did I Get Married? I still love that film. That's a fantastic film. And there's some other stuff like Sisters. That's an okay show. But for the most part, most of the stuff is basically black women great, black men bad. He does not give you. I'm a Love Jones guy, so I don't see a lot of Love Jones best man, Love and Basketball type of nuance where all the characters are flawed. It's like, nah, brothers are bad. This is why I'm a Ryan Coogler guy. I feel like when it comes to black male female relationships, or depiction of black males, I am strictly a Ryan Coogler guy. I'm always gonna be a Ryan Coogler guy because I think he handles that a lot better. Tyler, not so much. Now, do I think Tyler Perry should be canceled just because I don't like the bulk of his work? No, I don't think Tyler Perry should be canceled. Why? Like, he has his audience. He makes what he makes. He's good at what he does. Who am I to tell? It's like, oh no, just because I don't like how you depict black males in most of your films, you should be canceled. Do I not like how he depicts black males? Absolutely. Should he be canceled? No. I feel the same way for Snoop Dogg. I'm not gonna look at his whole career. And even though I don't agree that I don't think he should perform at the Crypto Ball. But am I going to cancel this dude? Should he not win an award for all the music he's made for over 30 years? Absolutely not. Now, if you want to pick out some things that he's done throughout his career that you don't like, sure. But I'm telling y'all, if you look at every actor, actress, entertainer, music, whatever, Broadway, whatever it is, you're going to find, if you do enough digging, something bad about someone that you like. It's going to happen. Now, not nothing terrible, but something they said or did, or a dumb move they said, or a dumb move they did back in the day. And you're like, man, well, I can't like this person anymore. They need to be canceled. Now, if it's a case like Diddy, I can understand why people will cancel Diddy. Even if he gets off on the racketeering RICO charges and he gets off with the sex trafficking and he walks, the information we got coming out of court of how he allegedly abused his relationships with women, he's always going to be canceled from that. He'll never get back to where he was when he had Bad Boys, Sean John, even with Revolt TV, Ciroc. That guy is gone. Even if he gets off, he's gone. So I totally understand it if people cancel Diddy. But I can't cancel Snoop just because he performed at the Crypto Ball. Just like I can't cancel the Dixie Chicks when they performed, when Natalie Main said what she said about George W. Bush. And just like I can't cancel Tyler Perry just because how he depicts black males. So what do you think? Should Snoop Dogg be canceled or not? Let me know.